Guys, are you struggling all the time to find out and learn a kind of attractive modern and native expressions and make your sound in English more academic, sophisticated? Speak the English language as fast, clear and natural as native English speaker and stand out in every conversation that you have with others. Yeah, of course, I love to explore and learn a kind of attractive expression and take my English to the next level. But unfortunately, I've got no any idea where and how to find those expressions. Wait, why don't you ask me? I'm always here to extend a helping hand toward you and toward everyone else. Like, I know how to make your sound in English more smarter. But how? Okay, don't be antsy. All you have to do is just keep watching this lesson. Keep watching this lesson and that's all you need. Let's see. Absolutely mates, because today in this lesson, I'm willing to share with you a few native and quite rare expressions. And I do believe guys, that those expressions will absolutely take your English to the next level. So, why not cut to the chase anymore? Let's look at the first ever quite appealing expression. That's the general consensus. The meaning of this expression, that's the general consensus, as most people think this. Like for example, if someone says that it is the general consensus that something will be something. So it simply means that they are talking about that most people think that something will be something. Fill in the blanks by yourself. You can add whatever you want. Example sentence now. Let's imagine that a cricket World Cup is about to begin. Just like this. And most people think, almost 60% or maybe 65% of the people think that Australia is going to win this World Cup. Like most people believe that Australia is favorite for this World Cup. So instead of saying most people think, you can also say it is the general consensus that Australia is going to win this World Cup. So it is the general consensus means most people think that Australia is going to win this World Cup. Want to make your sound more smarter? Then stop saying most people think. Instead, utilize this modern expression. That's the general consensus. And that's done. But also remember guys, you can also use this expression in the form of question, like in the form of interrogative sentence. For example, hey friends, what is the general consensus here? Like, what do most people think? Who is going to win this World Cup? So, I hope you got the first expression completely. Now let's have a look at the second, quite attractive expression. And that expression is this one, economical with the truth. The meaning of this expression, economical with the truth, is to lie. Like for example, if someone is economical with the truth, so this means that he is a liar person and not truthful. Also keep in mind that this expression, economical with the truth, this is a kind of euphemism. Now, if you have no idea about euphemism, that what are euphemism? So in English, we use phrases called euphemism to talk politely or indirectly about the thing that we feel uncomfortable or the way embarrassed about. Like for example, if you don't want to tell someone about something directly or impolitely, you may feel uncomfortable or embarrassed about that to tell someone about something. That could be anything. So then in this case, we take the advantage of euphemism. Why? Because euphemism are a kind of indirect, polite way to tell someone, to apprise someone about something. And this euphemism over here, economical with the truth. This one can be used to avoid saying someone directly and impolitely that you are a liar. Like in our life, sometimes we come across the people, we find the people telling a lie, but we can't dare. We can't tell them directly and impolitely that sorry mate, but you are a liar, or maybe he is a liar, or maybe they are a liar. That person may be your relative, close friend, elder, or maybe senior than you, or maybe you just don't like being a rude person. That's why you don't want to tell him that you are a liar. So then in this case, you can and should, and I highly recommend you to utilize this one, this euphemism, economical with the truth, by simply saying, I am ever so sorry mate, but he is economical with the truth. They are economical with the truth. Or even worse, you are economical with the truth. One more example. In my country, some politicians are just economical with the truth. So this means that in my country, some politicians are not always honest. Yeah, they might lie a little bit sometime. They're not always honest. They don't tell truth all the time. So now it is the turn of the expression number third. And I hope you loved that expression too much. It's a common misconception. The meaning of this expression is most people think this, but actually in reality, it's not true. It's completely wrong. Like you might know the meaning of the word misconception. It's mean an incorrect conception. So if someone says, or maybe you come across while reading, that it's a common misconception that something will be something. So it simply mean that most people think this, but actually in reality, that is completely wrong. It's not true. It is just a misconception and nothing else. This is not how they think. For instance, it's a common misconception that you will never become a fluent speaker. You can't learn the English language until you spend some time in an English-speaking country, or if you don't have a partner to practice your English. So we've been hearing that since a very long time. Most people think that we can't learn the English language without spending some time in an English-speaking country, or if you don't have a partner to practice our English. Most people think like that, but actually in reality, on the flip side, it's not true. You can learn the English language at your home by yourself, even without spending your precious time and money at any English institute. I can prove that 100% with guarantee. If you would like to know further about that, just let us know in the comment section, and I'll try my best to make a concise and short video about that and give you all of the useful tips that I've gone through, how I learned the English language and how you can become a fluent English speaker at your home. But if you are willing and if you love to learn, so you can do it effortlessly. Now the second last expression. The expression number 4 will completely blow the mind of your listener. Just like this. To lack the impedance to do something. It's mean to lack the motivation to do something. Like the word impedance means motivation. Using the word motivation is not a bad word. You can use that all the time. But sometimes and in some places, we just use the word impedance instead of using the word and saying the word motivation, just to make our sound more academic, smart, and maybe natural. For example, learning the English language is just like a roller coaster. Sometimes you'll feel up, sometimes you'll feel down, just like this. And that's why I also sometimes lack the impedance to practice my English, to learn something new in English language, like it could be a grammar lesson or anything else. But I don't feel like it all, because there is the lack of motivation. So I lack the impedance means I lack the motivation. One more example. He is lacking the impedance to study. He does not have enough motivation to study, to read the books. I've got no any idea why this person is lacking the impedance to study. But anyway, leave this person whether he feel like or not, whether he lack the impedance or not. What about you? Have you ever lacked the impedance to practice your English, or that could be anything else? Let us know about in the comment section. I mean down in the comment section. And now finally, the final round. The final expression. The expression number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 almost. Yeah, the expression number 5. I beg your pardon, because just now I completely lost my train of thought. But anyway, I got back on the track. Hey guys, do you know the meaning of the expression to lose your train of thought? It's mean when you are talking about something and then completely forgot that what were you talking about. Like just now I wanted to explain the expression number 5. But then I completely forgot about its number. So I lost my train of thought. But then immediately I remembered that. So I got back on the track. When you forget something, so you lost your train of thought. But when you remember that, so you got back on the track, or you get back on the track. Congrats to all of you. Because just now we've learned an extra bonus expression. So now the expression number 5, to be honest, to be really honest with you, is one of my favorite one. What are your aspirations? It's mean, what are your aims, goals, and objective in life? Like when you meet something new, face to face, or maybe through video call, or maybe audio call. So we love to know and ask about their goals and aims, that what kind of goals they want to achieve in his life. What are their aims in life? Like for example, We ask, what are your goals in life? What are your aims in life? Using the word aims and goals is not a bad word. You can use it all the time. But hey guys, wouldn't you like to make your sound just like a native speaker? Then stop using the boring word goals and aims. Instead, utilize this quite sophisticated expression. What are your aspirations? Because it's also mean the same. What are your goals, aims, and objective in life? But it will completely attract your listener. Alright mates, I've almost done what I had to do. Mission accomplished. Now it is your turn, your responsibility to practice. Because practice makes perfect, and without practice, those expressions are just the waste of time. So make sure that you practice. As always guys, I really appreciate you all for spending your precious time at theulenglish.com. If you would like to watch further video on how to build your confidence, speak fluent, take your English to the next level, and stand out in every conversation, then you just have to, and that's all you need.